Thanks for joining me, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us, viewers. This is Star Wars RPG, The Encroaching Darkness, Episode 7. I'm your host of your channel, Mr. RX Oliver. Sitting with me, we've got below me Mr. Brian, the host of the Vampire the Masquerade game on our channel. Mr. Chris Kidd, the one and only star of all sorts of things on this channel. Over there next to him, you've got Mr. Dave the Grey. And then in the GM's seat tonight, your star guide, Mr. Max. Take it away, Max, mate.
Greetings, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good time. We're doing episode 7. Now, our intrepid crew, unfortunately down one, who is busy doing his own private training. Each of these gentlemen, we have traveled through the planet's, I wouldn't say corridors, but deep below the ground, they encountered a large chrysalis, green crystal, that they found out was part of a larger thing inside the planet. And gladly through their ingenuity, they escaped a very large creature, like a large tunneling sandworm, but for snow. They encountered what being called the teacher that our friend Chris has encountered quite a few times. And the big reveal is Crick is has a blood of a very powerful Jedi family, and some of his family along the time have come here for training. And the lightsaber he has in his whole hand is an ancestral blade, dating very far back. Now, each of these gentlemen have been given the chance to talk with the teacher, and he has told them is that with what they are to expect, they are given training and supplies that they need, and each of them were trained depending on what skills they want, what they need to do. Now, this is up for you, gentlemen, if you want to do like a little training montage.
I'm just pulling up the actual thread so that I can see exactly where I spent my XP for training and my credits. So I'll go first because I'm ready. So XP wise, I did perception. I did ranged light from level 2 to 3, perception from level 2 to 3, streetwise from 1 to 2, underworld from 1 to 2, and deception from 1 to 2. I think something like that. That was my 90 or 95 XP spent. In regards to the money that we got to spend on equipment here, I got a new weapon. It's called the... No, it's on my character somewhere. I got some hunting goggles plus, and I got... Where's weapons?
The very nasty...
Got the Malixon Z50 grenade launcher with numerous types of grenades, with a sling for ease of carrying, and with a lightweight frame modification. And that was my spending. So that's my character, folks. That's what I did with all that extra.
Okay, Dave, do you want to go?
Yeah, after the events of episode 1 to 6, where it transpired that my mechanic was not very good at mechanicking or flying, let alone shooting or anything else, I thought that I'd better improve my fixing things so I can flying it, and making sure I didn't get lost on the way. So that was what most of my skill points went in.
So we actually have a pilot now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if it goes wrong, I might be able to fix it. You never know. And then I bought some general computery fixing stuff type gear. So general purpose scanner. So that's for like motion detection, seeing if anybody's ahead of us, behind us. and you can listen into comms as well, as long as they're not encrypted. So I thought that would be kind of useful. Some emergency repair patches. I bought a stash of those just in case we get holes in our ship. Thought it might be nice to, not just leak atmosphere everywhere.
Yeah.
And what else did I get? I got some mechanics utility suits rather than having to carry an actual bag of spanners and hammers and what have you around. That lets me do that. And I bought myself a better gun than the little rubbish holdout pistol that I had. I bought myself a heavy duty blaster, kind of
Nice.
like a Han Solo type blaster.
Nice.
So I might actually be able to hit something and do damage to them as well. You never know your luck. And thanks to our friendly sponsors, I've got myself a little floaty mini repair droid as well, who can possibly go outside the ship, or if it's really snowing, or I want to sit inside and drink coffee and read a book, I can send a little droid off.
Does he have a name like
do that kind of thing.
R2D2? Has he got like a numbers letters name?
That's on you, bro.
They certainly should have.
THC 420.
Yes. I would say yes.
There you go. That's his name. THC 420.
That sounds cool.
Nice. So that's what the teal got.
But yeah,
Nice.
that is me.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dave. Now we go to Brian. How'd you go? How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, not too bad. So, experience-wise, I picked up the Mercenary Soldier Talent Free.
Ooh, very nice one. It's a very nice.
Picked up 2 points in ranged heavy. Then I picked up the talents of Second Wind Point Blank, Sidestep, Strong Arm, and Point Blank again. Then I picked up Friends Attack and Lethal Blows in my Marauder talent.
Nice.
What I bought
The
Oops.
nasty, very nasty weapon. The typical
I
nice
actually-
Wookiee weapon.
I bought the Wookiee's Bowcaster.
No.
And
with
this is
the-
not no average bowcaster either.
No, that this has all the bells and whistles added to it. So it has automatic recock, which also gives me auto fire 1. I also have the Bowcaster Accelerated Enhancement, which gives me 2 more points of damage, 2 points of piercing. So this is a nasty little thing. It does 13
Yes,
points of
weapon.
damage base.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're like a miniature howitzer.
Just
That is
about.
That's a serious weapon.
Mhm.
It is a serious weapon. Now my Wookiee is complete. I have a really good melee
You
weapon,
have-
and now I have the quintessential cannon.
We have our tough guy. Oh, love it.
Yeah. All right, then now we have to the Mighty Chris. How you doing, my friend?
So I've got quite a few things. Haven't delved deep into the trees because there's so many different variants and decisions to be made. But at a basic level, I've received a basic lightsaber with a Solarian crystal.
Ooh, it's a very nice.
So the basic lightsaber on its own is quite powerful. However, the crystal adds additional damage, crit rating, and breach, which is cool. Also, the talent for parry, giving me more disorient and more damage if I use that at the time. As well, I've been given a heavy cloak, which gives me, armored robes, which gives me 2 hard points, additional soak, things like that. So, yeah, pretty stoked about that. In addition to people who are interested in what force powers have been added so far, again, these trees haven't been explored fully. Move, enhance, heal harm, manipulate, seek, and sense have been added.
Some Jedi shit.
Hey, with what he's going to encounter, yeah. But what it is that normally you have a force rating of 1. With the training you have a force rating of 2. You were really trained hard. Because normally it's like it costs right there, but you literally they push you to the very end. But there is one other item. When your training was complete, the teacher walked up to you, and he walked to you, and basically it's like a glass case. It's really transparent. He sets it before you, and it's like not a normal holocron. He forces the power of uses the force through it. It opens up, and it looks like a giant disco ball glows, and you see there's a 3D image of the teachers here. So if you ever need to learn other skills and stuff, or even the force powers, you can use this one. So this is basically a Jedi Master equivalent to teach you stuff. And it closes up, and it's basically like the size of a small shoebox, and hands it over to you. So you get like a super holocron. This thing is like very ancient. Now, you guys, it's like it feels like this has been like a week, maybe more, even almost to a month, depending on your training. And as you guys are basically brought all together, John's character still, he's still doing some of his training, stuff like that. And the teacher's sitting there meditating in front of where Crick is, and they're kind of meditating. You see like stuff floating around, and you see like almost like a large rock kind of floating around them. And this is around Crick when he's just sitting there meditating, and you see him just focusing so hard around the rock slowly. It's just like maybe like half a meter up, and just floating around with little rocks kind of spiraling around it. And the teacher's sitting there floating himself, and he just moves his hand down, and everything's right there, and he looks at like the 3 of y'all come up, and he's like, and he just like, young one, your training's fine for now. Welcome. I hope your training has been successful and stuff like that. Though it seems like your other companion still needs a little more help with some of his. Now, I will give you, I would say, a training session to see if your skills are up to par for what may need to be done. And he sits there like, he has his hand over like a hologram, like a holo transmitter, and he flips his hand over it, and an image shows up, and you see, from what I've been told from our, like they have like recon scouts, little droids that surround the whole temple, that there is a small Imperial presence in the area that seems to be looking for this temple. And I wish if you could to make sure they're not here anymore. I'd rather them not find right there. And he said basically it's like, we have a transport here waiting for you to use. And basically it shows it's like, it looks like a really a decent size like land speeder, but is that you see the tank that you had was scavenged from droids, and you see it's a mix between like a armored freaking car with a tank with the big gun on top.
Yeah, the big gun on top.
Yeah, so it's small, but it's about like the size of a Hummer. So it's like Hummer size, but a little bigger.
What's the gun on top like? A machine gun?
It's like with a model. It looks like an E-Web. It's kind of like an E-Web shape.
So, sorry,
Nice.
that's right over my head.
Oh,
It's like a heavy machine gun.
Heavy machine gun.
Blaster.
Yeah, blaster mounted machine
It's
gun.
it's the one on the big one on a tripod.
Yeah,
Where they do like
a machine gun,
episode-
basically. Yeah, got you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really good. So he asked if you could deal with this situation. Hopefully by the time you return, your friend will be done with his training, and we will send you off for your true course that needs to be done.
We can take care of your Empire problem. There's nothing we hate more than the Empire. We're so grateful for the training and for the equipment. We're going to show you how grateful. We will bring back their helmets. with their heads still bleeding inside.
Nice. He he gives a small smile and nods. And he stands up, has like his little walking stick, and he says, "Now, if you will please follow me, I'll lead you to where the hangar is."
Hold on.
Yeah.
So he leads you a couple through hangars, and he leads you to where the hangar is, and you see it's like, it was like, like very small one, and you see the ships in the same one, and you see there's repair doors kind of doing a little fixing here and there. So, and you see, there's a couple supplies loaded onto your transport, and he says, "Well, the navigation has been put inside the little navigating program that's in there, where you need to go. All you need is just whoever decides to fly, go with." And he looks over your crick and he bows to you, "Young one, you have now completed your training. You are now an initiate."
Turn in high five, Crick.
And hopefully
Up
complete
to the knee.
Jump
Yep.
up.
Yeah, it's like high five.
I jump up and you're like, yo.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
and
just
it's
low
like,
fiving, yeah.
yeah. So he's like, he's like no longer apprentice, he's an initiate. So he's like, he's
Jedi.
Hey, now
no,
that
no.
you're all like Forcey and shit, can you make the Ewok float?
He could.
If
So
we had
what
an
it is-
Ewok, we don't have an Ewok.
So, gentlemen, just to let you know, he's not a average
Sorry, Jawa.
Jedi. He's not an average Jedi. He's trained from the ancient order of the Jedi, the very ancient ones. So he's not considered just a Sith or Jedi. He is considered the old ranking Jedi.
Peak Jedi.
Yeah, but still, can you make the
The master race.
Jawa float?
Ah, fuck me.
I mean, I don't see any point in it if you can't make
I can make the
the
Jawa
little
float.
fella float about.
Yes! I can't wait.
So he's
I
like,
can. Whether or not I would choose to is going to be a different.
I bet you can't.
Imagine all the things we can steal if I could float.
the teacher's laughing as you guys are discussing this, and he pats Rick on the shoulder.
Yeah, I don't believe he can.
Yeah, he pats him on his leg, and he's like, "Good, well, gentlemen." And you see him; he just shimmers and disappears from you guys.
Hokey religion's no good against a
I also had another idea for a little
good blaster.
piece of equipment we could get made that would work for us as a team. As soon as we took on Death Row. What about a shoulder mount? So it's just a little thing with just little things on the back of his shoulders, and I stand on it with my fucking grenade launchers and my shotgun blasters and my blasters. And when he's charging into battle with his big weapon, his big gun, he's got an extra little fucking dude on his shoulders going pow 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 pow. Can we get one of them?
Sparta Town.
No, that's not hard. Actually,
Exactly. Bartertown.
No, actually, Zoo can build something like that with some of the parts he has, and it won't take him that long. As you're flying out there, he can rig something in the back of the armor. It's like a strap, like a baby.
Bartertown.
Got a little baby thing on the back, so he just slips in there, and he's like above enough.
What do you
So
say?
it's-
What do you say to throw? Can we do it?
You're
Yes.
So yeah,
I
I'd
could,
say
you could have like a little slot on your helmet that I can line a gun on top of, and
it's a click.
Click.
It's like, but yeah, I would say he can roll. You can have Zoo roll a couple rolls of mechanics while you're getting there. But who wants to fly?
oh well, Zeus just done all that training. I think we should let him, boys.
All that training. I might be able to remember to take the handbrake off this time.
Yeah, I remember to take it out of neutral.
How do I
Okay.
get back to...
No, gentlemen, let's see. Just roll. All right, now you guys get to roll Destiny dice. Let's see if the.
What's Destiny? The white one? No, that's Force.
Yeah, the white one. Yeah, that's the white one.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see if it's with you.
Click's got two dark side.
Oh my god.
Zoo's got
Click.
Death Rail
Or
1
it's
dark
all-
side, Zoo 1 dark side, Click 2 dark side. Jesus. Save us, Crick. Save us.
Talents.
We are an absolute dark side mob, like. Come on, Crick.
Oh my
What have you got? Save us.
Nope.
Even our Jedi's a dark side.
I'm not a Jedi. I'm not a Jedi. I have not affiliated, so.
No. That's why Crick, I said you're from the ancient order.
Yeah, he has the blood. He's
Yeah.
not an actual member of the order. He just has the blood there.
Yeah. He is considered a rank of the initiative of the ancient order. Of the first
Initiative, yeah. Initiative.
You-
Initiative?
so you're not-
Initiate. I keep saying
Initiate.
initiative because we're playing it. Oh,
Initiative.
Initiate. Fuck me.
Well, no, thank you. But all right. So, Zoo, if you want to, just roll pilot planet and just be 2 purple.
You purple. Seriously.
Come on, Zoo, don't let us down. All that training,
Pilot
man.
planetary. 2 purple.
Hey, there you go.
2 successes, easy peasy, big guy.
Yeah.
That's my
So
man.
you see him. So you see him. He's flipping a couple knobs, and you see like the whole dashboard glows, and it's all like a light blue, and there's all kinds of stuff. And you see in the front of it, there's a HUD display, and it shows you like different things. You know, like it's like a. It's also a scanner device where it can zoom in, kind of gives you like how the weather and stuff is. It kind of like it has a little sensors around the speeder. So you got short range sensors on it. It can tell you like how the weather is, what's around, that kind of stuff. It gives you like night vision, all kinds of stuff. This thing's been really built out. The inventor helped out with this and kind of like and took some of the stuff from you have from your tank and kind of built some stuff into it and modified it. So yeah. And also, as you guys left, you were given 10 health patches. You know, like the health stems.
Med packs.
Yeah, med packs. So you get
10
about 10 of them.
each.
10.
And stim packs.
Stim
Oh,
packs.
Mhm.
The stim packs.
What's that? 2 each?
Yeah.
So I got another 2?
Not,
Yeah,
me-
you get another.
not med packs, stim packs, right?
Right.
Yeah, stim packs because they're like little things where like, oh, okay, there you
Okay, so now I've got 4 then.
go. Mm-hmm.
And what do they do? What's the description?
They heal X amount of health per shot. But what it is that usually the more you do, the less it is effective. I ignore that. It heals you until the max. It heals the max of I think 5. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's 5.
So yeah. So it'd
If
be
I
5.
just write heal 5 HP in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's see, stim.
I've got med packs. What do? They heals 5 wounds for the first application, 4 the next, and so on. So is that the same thing?
Medpack is carried by field medics. The medpack is.
'Cause I've got
different
2 of
from
them.
Yeah. So one may perform a medical check without penalty and adds 1 boost size to their checks, and also has a supply of 1 stim pack per encounter. So basically, a medpack is like it's like like a trauma device. Where
Yeah,
it has
because
all-
I'm looking in my description for med pack, and it says using a stim pack heals 5 wounds for the first application. So I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Medpack gives you an extra dice.
It gives you extra, basically gives you extra boost dive when somebody's doing a mechanic or a medical check. So it's basically like a trauma kit. So basically it has sutures, it has band-aids, it has all the extra stuff you need. So
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's a stim pack plus.
yeah, pretty much.
Like,
Plus what? Because I'll write that in.
It
I think
So-
it's an extra blue dice.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
allows you may perform one medical check without penalty. So there's no penalty if you do a medical check, and it also adds a plus one blue dice to it. So it's like if like somebody is like major damage or something, you're like, oh, we got a like huge penalty or something like that. There's no penalty. Just roll the normal what it would
So I
be.
put in the description, extra healing narrative, 1 medical check with no penalty plus 1 blue dice.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it to add a blue dice, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Okay. So yeah, and you guys are given like you see there's basically load up. There's extra like there's a power station if you need to replace any of your injury cells, repair fixes, all that kind of stuff. There's food supplies, that kind of stuff. But from what you can see, is maybe about 4 or 5 miles away from where you guys are. And you see there's a little droids kind of just sitting there, and there's a tunnel that lights up, and you see little droids kind of doing a little follow us, go this way kind of deal. So do you progress on through Zoo?
Yeah, go for it. I'm getting into
Okay, so you're
the swing of
sitting there-
driving this thing.
Yeah, you
Doing a
can
good
see
job.
right there. Yeah. So as he's going through, you start seeing lights kind of flicker. There's like a low blue glow from 4 ends of the thing, and you can feel the whole ship get magnetized, and you can see it vibrates and zoom through. And you literally can see this trail of stuff flung through, and you basically get it's like a mag rail that you got tracked on. And it's zooming through a couple tunnels, and within probably about 20 minutes, you're out of a random tunnel that basically pops open, and you stop, and you just kind of skid maybe about 20 meters from where you're at, and the entrance you were closes back up, and you can't determine where it was.
What happened there?
I wasn't paying attention, I was making coffee, sorry. What has happened there?
We kind of where are we? What's going on? I didn't do that. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. Wasn't my fault.
It was all
I
going
know
so
exactly
well.
what I'm doing.
Nothing exploded.
Nothing exploded.
Mm-mm.
It's all fine.
Yeah, what's going on?
So, do we know where this Imperial base actually is, by the way?
Well, it's a small Imperial recon team. So there's basically a transport with a couple speeders around it.
Oh, so when we get outside
Right.
the core of the planet, is it nighttime or daytime? Is it dark or light outside?
It's about dark time right now.
Okay, because I've got these
Is
new
anything showing up
hunting
on
goggles plus.
our
Mm-hmm.
scanners?
Yeah, so when the scanners it becomes a light green color, because you look at night vision, you see everything glows up, and it's basically a light pale green. All the screens around that, windows, everything pops up a light green. So you can look out, even in the back windows, it has night vision. So you're kind of that's pretty nice. So
Look-
from
I was going to say, when we get closer to it, I want to look through my new hunting goggles to try and work out how many there is, etc., how closely they are grouped together, what the patrols are like, do all that
Okay.
recon when we get... Obviously stop as soon as we get them within sight so we can do the recon.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys actually have the pathway where you need to go. So it seems like it'll take you at least about 30 minutes to an hour to get into that location. And as you're going through, Crick, as you're just sitting there, right, you can feel a presence. Nothing good. You feel this nagging feeling behind your neck. You know that weird kind of, skin, your hair on end kind of feeling. And you can feel a very dark presence close by in the direction you're going to.
Guys, something doesn't feel great about this. I think we should proceed with caution.
Nothing feels great about the Empire, my friend, but getting to kill them feels great.
So as you guys getting over a hill, there's there's trees and stuff, and you see there's a large transport, and there's lights around. There's maybe about 4 armorless speeders that stop in the area, and you see some of them low down, and there's soldiers getting out. There's maybe about 10 snow troopers about. And as you guys looking around, you see someone very particular that looks different. I'm gonna throw that in the show chat.
Okay, give me a second. I'll put it on the screen.
Mhm.
Remember, do it in the voice channel chat. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Right, what we're doing right now. We're
Sweet.
up to the other stuff.
I need to find it here.
Oh crap!
Yeah, you see a guy like that, and you literally see there's like 2 things on the side of his head. And Crick, you instantly recognize those are lightsabers. And you can sense this guy is quite particular tough from what you can sense. There's like radiating something off of him.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Yeah. And basically he's sitting there kind of like wearing kind of like equivalent to like an armor, robes himself. And you can see that he is wearing a large white, white, kind of open trench coat floating there. And the beings looking around, kind of see his head slowly stops in the direction where Craig's at. And just kind of stops and keeps looking. And sitting there, talking to some people, moving on, and this person basically goes out of sight around the large transport. Now, gentlemen, how do you want to approach this?
so this guy, he's with the snowtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how closely bunched together? And you said they're around a bunch of speeder bikes, right?
Speeder transports. They're like really small.
Are they within medium range?
They are probably about long range right now.
Could I get up to medium? Is there anywhere, any cover I can sneak up to medium range?
Oh, yeah.
Got a bit of a
We
plan.
could just hoof it. I don't know how fast this crate goes, but we've got an E-web on the top. We've got your grenade launcher. We've got.
I was thinking of just
lightsaber
sneaking in.
boy in the corner.
I was
that we
thinking
can,
just
like,
popping.
kick out the door when we get.
I was thinking just like a silent little sneak in, actually. Just pop a couple of grenades under the speeder bikes. Blow up if you blow them up, you're gonna just take them all out with a couple of pops, like. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
That might work.
And then we can all just be hiding behind something ready to charge in after that. But I'll go in, I'll sneak up to medium range. You guys get ready to cover me, and I'll just take aim under the speeder bikes and go pop. A couple of frag grenades. Boom. Then we hit them with a full assault.
Well, at least you're not firing any blaster rounds yet. I'm glad about
I mean,
that.
you can stay in the vehicle, and somebody can be on the big gun. But I want to get up to medium range out there with my.
I was going to say, seeing as we've got a big gun, it would be a shame not to use it.
Not to use it. Yeah, I think we get that involved. But I want to sneak out and get to medium range with that grenade
Well, tell
launcher.
you what, you get out and start,
Because I want to try and get this guy.
So just to kind of foreshadow from what I know with this person being a quite impressive bar to attract my attention, be very careful with your blaster fire. That's all I'm saying.
I wasn't going to use a blaster.
I know, but I'm just informing everyone on the team. Just be very careful with your blaster fire.
Okay. How about Diffril, you come with me in case I get caught out. I don't know actually, because it's easier for me to sneak. We're on a snow planet and I've got the Wampa coat. I'm going to go out by myself actually. You guys be ready in the truck or outside the truck, wherever you need to be ready for the assault. But I'm going to try and sneak up and get us a head start with a couple of grenades.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna roll stealth. But what I'm gonna do here is you're gonna have a red for whatever you're gonna be rolling against.
So what do? What am I
So
adding?
you're gonna roll stealth. What that is, with everything that's going on, it's gonna be 1 red, 2 purple, and the black is that they're more attentive, and they're really watching around, so that's kind of why your penalty. They're kind of really watching around, kind of thing. So that's your penalty.
So a red, 2 purples, and a black.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth using that light side point? We've only got one. I'm not going to use it.
I wouldn't use it.
3 successes, 1 threat.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So can I sneak up to
So-
medium range?
Oh yeah, you can sneak up in medium range because especially with the big old white coat you have, it gives you that extra kind of blending in. So you're kind of like, and plus you're short, you're kind of sinking into the ground, so it's like maybe 2 or 3, like a meter higher or half a meter higher of snow more than you. So you're kind of trekking through snow, and you basically make a little hole, maybe digging through a little bit. So you get within range of them, and you can kind of look in your scanner goggles, and you kind of see kind of swipes a little bit, and you're filtering through the different kind of like night vision, the different kind of hunting stuff right there, and you see there's like maybe 2 snowtroopers in front of 2 of the transports right here, because the middle transport is in the middle. There's 2 on both sides, and you see there's a couple of soldiers looking around, and you can hear like muffled noises from some of their communications.
Do I still see that guy with the 2 lightsabers?
Oh, no, he's on the other side. He literally walked to the
He's
other
gone,
side.
right. So what's the best concentrated area of how many of these snowtroopers do I think I can get with an explosion if I pop a couple of grenades under a couple of the bikes or transports or whatever?
I would say if you can do it, is that you can actually rig a timer display on the 2 of the grenades, so you can pop them over there, and if you want to, you can easily hit 2 in the front and rig it, and you probably could like put a maybe 30 to a minute charge, depending if you want to do a frag grenade, stun grenade, or a flash grenade. That's on you.
No, I want frag grenades. I'm trying to cause as much damage as possible and blow up the speeder bikes and cause an explosion.
Okay, so
And I'm
what I
happy
need
with
to do-
instant explosion on impact because I'm a good enough shot to pop them under the bikes and get.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is that you're
In
gonna
fact,
roll a.
no. Here's what I'm going to do. First one, I'm going to shoot at a bike, and it's going to stick to the bike because you can make them stick, right? Like sticky bombs.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
going to have a timer on it, so it's going to stick to the bike, and they're going to hear tick, 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 and they're going to go over to look at the bike. And then that's when I pop the other one under the bike when that doesn't have a timer on it, and boom, they all go off. That's the plan. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'd say you can.
Right.
One. Yeah, roll range gunnery
Yeah, it's
or gunner.
gunnery
It's
for
gonna
this
be-
thing, yeah.
It'll be 2 purple, and it's gonna be a black because of how the weather conditions and people were kind of watching out.
Okay, and do my goggles give me anything on this? Sure, there was something.
Yeah, but it would be a higher penalty, but because of your goggles, because you can see the night and the little of the maybe like there's a snowfall coming through, the weather's kind of picking up. That's why you see that. That's why you're not getting really.
One
bad
boost dice to perception cunning checks made to locate prey, and 2 setback dice from ranged light and ranged heavy checks concealment, fog, mist, or light conditions. So I removed 2 setback dice for ranged light and ranged heavy, but this isn't ranged light or ranged heavy. This is gunnery, so it doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah, but that's why I'm modifying it. A
So
little
this is
bit,
2
because
purples and
it's-
1 black.
Mhm.
Let's go. 1 success, 3 advantages.
Okay. So what the success you can do, and I would say with the 3 advantages, you can have it where they can actually you can get a couple that kind of clicks on it, but it's a weird clicking. They've never heard of that before. It might sound like there might be something wrong with the engine. They're like, "What the hell is that noise?" If you want to do that.
I'm just going to take some, I'll take 2 grenades off my inventory. 2 secs.
Okay. So the other one, basically, you see the other one kind of falls over, and it times it. Now this is how you want to. Do you want to respond for the rest of you guys about how you successfully did this, or what do you want to do?
I guess when he fires the grenades, are we just going to paint it in?
Well, yeah, that's what I was wondering. If he basically communicates with you guys, it's like, hey, I successfully get it where it needs to go. Then, and to say, like, if you guys want to go attack when it explodes, or what?
That was the plan. 'Cause once
Okay.
it's-
Like, are we waiting for the boom? Is that our signal to go?
yeah, the boom's the signal to go.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So, what do you reckon? What is the
Stop
boom? Do I
the,
manage to get a couple of bikes then?
So as you
Who's on
guys
the
wait,
gun?
so as you guys sitting there, right? I'm gonna throw that there. You just don't know what that you use for yet. But the basically is you hear like the little timer. You see there's like maybe two guards, like two of the stormtroopers come around, look at this thing, and you see we're flashing like, what the hell is that? And you see that, and they're like, oh, one is like, oh shit. Big explosion takes out the front one, and the thing flies this way. And you see guys basically half bodies blown off. The other guys just sitting there kind of on the ground, and his other buddies are kind of like, and they like, oh fuck. And the rest of them, where the one that explodes in the back, there's nobody in there, but it explodes and knocks two of them back and stuns them. So they're kind of boom. And you see everybody, and you start hearing like the lights kind of light, and there's alarms.
And the
there's, like,
second grenade?
Yeah, the second they exploded and knocked out a couple more that
Nice,
got
nice.
thrown back. And so, Zoo, do you want to punch it as you're getting through?
How many do you reckon I took out?
You taken out probably about 5 so far.
Nice.
But yeah, you're only seen 10, but there might be more inside. So, Zoo,
Punch it.
so you punch through and you coming down and you have lights going through. I'm either, I don't know who's going to be on the big gun or just, you got the two crazy Jedi
Well,
lightsaber.
we still have Grandad with us. We still, well, even if he's not with us because he's training, we still have
Yeah.
CP3 Walk as our NPC
Yeah,
that's with us.
yeah.
He could be on it.
Yeah, he's Seawalker's on top, and he's like, "Oh my!" And just kind of just shooting, and you see just shaking. The gun's just really spurting around. As you guys are coming through in front of the transport, you see that guy calmly walks in front, extends his hand out. The ship flips over and crashes into the snow, and stops right in front of him.
Our ship.
Our ship.
Yep, your own little transport. The guy just basically flew. He pulled it to him, smashed it into the ground, and buried it.
Glad I wasn't in the ship.
That's not ideal.
Then, as you guys going through, you hear a hiss, and you see a bright purple light or a bright orange light go through the bottom of the ship and slowly cutting through it.
On you, Craig.
That's a lightsaber.
So-
Well, the minute I can see this guy, I'm going to shoot him.
Yes. Now I am. You guys are
with
in
your
the ship.
with your bowcaster.
I'm
Yes.
outside the ship.
Oh, bastard.
Okay.
Can I turn around and start shooting? If this guy's attacking the ship and my friends are in the ship, can I turn around and start shooting at this guy?
Just don't hit the ship.
Actually, no, that's right. I'll keep turned this way and I'll keep looking for the troopers actually. And whenever troopers pop up,
No.
I'm gonna.
No, you see your troopers and you hear noises, and you hear like guy moves his hand this way. You see troopers turn and look at you and start firing. You see grenades go thump plump, and you see something flying through the air in your direction.
No worries. I want to see what Death Row's gonna do to this Sith guy.
So it slowly cuts open, and you can see it doesn't lift up. It lifts down and wedges right where Death Row is, and kind of pins him against the wall.
Right up. Well, I'm gonna use whatever base side. We're planted into the ground like nose first, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I'm gonna use the
Upside down.
back side of the carrier cockpit and just fucking launch myself as physically possible, jump toward the center of mass that he's cutting
Mhm.
to hit him directly with my force using athletics.
That's epic, Chris. Epic, mate.
So what you can do is that you flip over from where your chair is, you bounce off of that, and you basically Superman basically into him, and you punch him, and you basically knock him back if you want to do that.
Yeah, cool.
So you see. So just roll athletics. That one is gonna be
Any
3 purple. I'll give you a blue side dice because of how cool that was, and with the use of the.
7
Whoa,
successes.
Christopher. What is that? 7 successes.
So you see basically he basically leaps out there and you can feel like there's a white bluish glow around him, and he just shoots himself like almost literally like a blaster bolt out of this thing, grabs this guy, like basically tackles him and pushes him probably about 20 meters away. And they basically roll out, and Crick basically lays to one side, and the dude spins around with lightsaber and flip around, pops another one, and just ignites it. And he has one here, and he kind of goes into I forgot, it's the Mystic style, which is like the two lightsaber style, and he sits there, stands in front of Crick.
Chris, that was fucking epic, mate.
I'm fairly sure
Yeah.
that means we win. And,
Just for the epicness of that, yeah. That was movie. That's movie ending epic.
This fight's not over yet.
No.
Oh
it is.
no, it just started. This guy is quite well skilled.
So,
This is
before we move on, upon my landing and seeing hit them, you know,
Yeah.
he's geared up like that. Do I see the falling item that's heading towards Click?
Yeah, you see the thing you had as you're doing this one, you basically willed it up to fly above you, and as you're sitting there, you kind of stick your hand behind you, grab the lightsaber, spin around as it's arcing. The blade slowly shivers into a brilliant white light, stands in front of him, and you can see even the dude sitting there blind because it is a very bright lightsaber, a pure white light, and he's kind of sitting there. He's kind of like turning his head a little bit because of how bright it is, and you see him. He's standing there like fucking just like. His armor glints of the white light, and you see him just robes right there, and he's like, the dude's a little hesitant for a second. He's like, oh shit, this might be a little tough. So that ends for that scene. Now we switch over back to you. Our current Wookiee kind of pinned down because I'm sure he's gonna flip out and just kind of shove that shit to the side if he wanted to.
Oh yeah, he's shoving that thing right to the side and pretty well gonna bolt out of the opening and look for that guy. The
Yeah,
minute he
and-
sees him, he doesn't even aim. He just pops it off.
Okay, I would say attempt to do that.
And he would be what for me? Short range?
No, he'd be medium range for how far you guys are.
Well, that's pretty well what's there. Anything added to it? Any setbacks or
Um,
that?
It'd be a I'm gonna flip another one of those. It'd be a hard for what it is. It'd be if you attempt to shoot him,
Oh, Chris,
penalty
it's
is
got the
the
saber
difference
out. Come on.
you're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be 2 red, 2 purples, and a black dice.
And black dice.
2 reds, a purple, and a black. Jeez.
Okay, and I'm gonna flip and do an upgrade.
Ooh.
You know what? And I am going to spend a 2 strain to aim.
Okay.
Ho ho ho.
No!
All those dice and you got 0 successes, man.
that is shocking.
Oh,
Alright,
unlucky.
So the funny thing, you hear like Death Row was just like you just hear the giant bell, like roar of Wookiee roar, and he sits there and he basically is flipping up and he basically got like the shotgun fake, like like some guys have the shotgun. And you hear this big howitzer, big boom thing explodes from the bowcaster, and as he's like just sitting there, the guy doesn't see anything. He spins his front lightsaber and smacks it to the side, and it basically ricochets. It hits front of the transport. And you see there's huge, large dent in it. I mean, it's about man-sized dent of how much damage this thing would have done. And he looks at Death Row, and he's like, "Take care of that one." And before you Death Row, you see like the lily air in front of you shimmers, and you see 3 guys standing there with electrified, basically staves, look at you, and basically gonna square off against you.
Ooh.
Oh, well, it'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm. And as you see in this one is that Crick, you seeing this guy before you, you start feeling the force is kind of shimmering around him, but like in a red tint, and you start seeing the snow and the air wrap around them, and you see it so fast, it basically gets to so strong, it's like Maelstrom speed. So basically, he has cut you off from everybody else except you and him.
Oh,
No,
he
dude,
What
what
about
wants
you,
you.
buddy?
He wants you good.
You've got him, Crick. You've got him.
All right, now, Zoo, what do you want to do? You're currently kind of stuck upside down in your transport, like, okay.
I'm gonna try and get out of this crash ship for a start.
Yeah, so that was gonna be a athletics check, and that's gonna be I'd say 2 purple and a black because you're kind of stuck.
Strength, did you say?
Athletics.
At least we didn't crash the ship this time.
I was gonna say it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
2 purples.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still averaging 1 crashed ship per episode, but at least it wasn't us this time.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't go quite to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Get your little droid to unbuckle your safety belt.
Cut him out for the thing. Cut me out. Falls down.
Actually, I can probably send my little droid to make sure there's nobody coming to do me harm.
Well, currently you have a giant raging Wookiee outside dealing with 3 guys. I don't think anybody's gonna go near him, especially with 3 guys. The rest of the soldiers are fighting against the Jawa, but they don't know who's out there. So literally blasting grenades out there, and you start hearing explosions popping up, and blaster fire, and you see them. So you see blaster right. So you're hidden behind a tree or something, Oliver, and you're sitting there. You start smoking probably something, and then you start seeing explosions. He's like, "All right, now it's your turn." You see, there's a small group of about 6 of them together.
Ooh, a group of about 6 of them together.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be using that.
That's just begging for it.
Yeah, I'll be popping another frag grenade in.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be gunnery again.
Mm-hmm.
What am I adding to it?
Yeah, it'd be 2 purple and a black because of how the weather is.
I'm tempted to use a light side here. Did you say there's 6 of them grouped together?
Yep.
I'm going to use a light side, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, might as well.
I could really get a bunch of them here.
Yeah. Go for it.
1 success, 3 advantages.
Okay. Well, 3 advantages. I'd say you can probably take out 4.
Nice.
Take out 4, and you see the other 2 kind of right there. They jump behind, like you see them. They go like get behind one of the wreckages of the speeders, and they just start just shooting in your direction, and they can start calling, and you start hearing like somebody's like calling for reinforcements. Now, as this is going on, we're gonna focus to the middle fight where Crick is literally sitting there, mono to like you don't know who the fuck this guy is or who this being is, has 2 orange lightsabers ready to fight. Now, Crick, I'll allow you to do the first attack.
So, what I want to do is use snowy landscape, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to use my strength to crack the floor by stomping down and creating small steps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to then take those steps of ice and manipulate them up using the force for move to give myself the high ground and strike from an aerial attack downward.
So, Faintly, you trying to raise up the ground so you can jump up and attack them, or are you just trying to make a split in the ground?
I'm making like small circles, you know, like up the ice.
They
So
can
I'm
run up it
breaking
and
the
attack
ice.
from above.
And lifting the rocks and the steps so that I can run and attack from above, rather than just on a playing field.
I would say if you want to, use a light side. Use your light side right now, And
Yeah.
what I'll allow you to do is that you're using the mix of the move, and you're taking like sheets of ice that's right there, and as you're moving through, using the light side to get up high ground, and you're swinging down onto the person. And the guy's looking, it's like, what the hell is he doing? Getting to the point where he blocks you. So,
Epic, Chris, again.
oh, trust me, is that if he was, this is like, he's learning his basic steps, going through the forms and stuff, and as he's progresses through his specialization through not just the main spec that I gave him for his force powers, but depending on the style he uses, will affect and make him more of a badass.
He's Liam Neeson badass so far, mate. He's killing it.
So yeah, so I would say just roll. Don't worry about the force powers. Just roll as an athletics roll to get where you're going. Then as you're landing down, you're gonna get a free blue dice to your attack.
Okay, so just athletics.
Yeah, athletics. No, it'd just be two. It'd be 3 purple and a black. I'm flipping that for a good reason.
Oh,
or advantages.
I would
Zero
say that,
percent.
yeah. So as you're basically going through, it's like you see as you slip through, but is like you don't fail succeed, but you're not managed to get where you want to go. But to a certain point, you won't get a free blue dice, but you can still attack from where you're at.
Okay, and then so
This
for
roll-
that,
Yeah. So what you do with that one is, I don't know what your lightsaber training is. I would assume it'd just be your brawn. But if you have any training in it, even if you put one, I would say if you don't have the experience right now, everybody's getting 15. I would say you can use some of that experience now to give you at least a point in lightsabers.
no, you just gave us plus 15 XP.
so do I use basic saber and brawl, or just one or the other?
No. So you just roll the lightsaber skill, which is equivalent to your brawn. So
Okay.
it'd be like if your brawn's like 3 or 4, it'd be like the green. But if you have trained into it, it'd be a green to a yellow. But if you didn't use any experience to give yourself any training in the lightsaber, you can use the 15 you have now. You're gonna get to put points into it, like a single point into it.
Okay, so brawl in the pool.
No, you just do the basically a lightsaber skill, which would be equivalent to your brawn. So whatever your brawn
Okay.
is. Then
Yeah.
what you do is then your penalty is gonna be 2 reds and 2 purples and a black.
Three successes, 1 advantage.
Fuck,
Mhm.
that was lucky.
You're a fucking master Jedi, Crick, mate. What are you doing? You're a master Jedi, mate. I love it.
Hey, yeah, I mean he's not gone through his specializations because the steel palm one will help him with unarmed combat, but one of his fighting styles will help him with his lightsaber. So he's basically putting this through. You're cutting through this one, and as he's like, you're sitting through. You literally, as you're cutting through, he has both lightsabers pop up. You manage to cut through like at an angle, destroy one of his lightsabers. But he parries with the other one, and seriously, you put a huge gash against his chest, and he basically uses force push and slams you against you, and you basically get thrown to the other side of the wind dome that he made, and you're sitting there right there, and he's sitting there clutching his chest, and he's sitting there, looks at you, and looks at his lightsaber, tosses to the side, and flips around, and gets into a fighting stance.
It's one
Now-
saber down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna attack you. And I'm gonna build this pool.
Correct. You are a badass Jedi, mate. Best I've ever seen.
And that comes from someone who's watched very little Star Wars.
That's everything you've done so far has been fucking movie. It's been amazing.
So this is gonna roll to attack you, Crick. So he succeeds, and you see him. You see him push through, and he basically shoots himself right there, and slashes across your chest. But he doesn't because of your armor. He just maybe does a little bit of damage. So you take about 3 points of wound. Now, as you guys, you kind of see through this, as you see, like you kind of probably see, Oliver, you see this, like you see two lightsaber fights coming through, arc right there, and another start flashing. You see flashes of light. Death Roll, you see like you see your friend fighting against this other lightsaber user, and but you see three guys in front of you, and they sit there. Now, what do you want to do, sir? You see them basically, they sit there, they're like human sized, but they're both, all of them have this electrified bow staffs.
Do the war
got-
cry. Do the war cry.
Do you wish to roll intimidation against the guys?
He has to do it though. Brian has to do the voice.
Oh, I can't do the voice.
Yeah,
I'm so
you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, like that. That's the one.
Yeah.
See
I
that much
guess
Star Wars.
That'd be
Yeah.
coercion.
Yeah, it'd be coercion. So you're intimidating these guys. And what it is that you're, for them, it's going to be it'd be 3 purples and 1 black.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Ooh, don't like that threat.
So you threaten him, and you see these guys, basically, it's like you just kind of do like, you're trying right there, you feel like you have something in your throat. So it
Coughs
doesn't
up
really
a
go.
hairball.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I'm
hairball.
coughing up a hairball.
It's a hairball plus with a big noise coming from that wind dome. It kind of like muffles your noise, and you see they kind of turn their heads to each of them, and they see they're getting ready to attack. Now, what do you want to do? Because they're face to face, like probably a short range of you with your gun. But I will allow you, if you want to, drop your weapon, take 2 points of strain, and pull out your weapon, your big fucking vibro weapon.
No, I'm actually going to shoot one of them.
All right, go right ahead. They are short range.
Short range.
Come on.
So what it is that you're gonna have 1 purple, 1 black.
One purple and black.
Mhm.
Choose. Great to aim.
That's a talent using strain to aim, isn't it?
Oh no, everybody can do it.
No, that everybody
anybody can do that.
Everybody- Yeah.
Ooh.
Because when you aim, you don't take strain. It takes a whole round to get the effect. But if you do 2 strain, you're doing like a double aim, and you're not moving. You're shooting somebody.
So I can use 2 strain when I'm shooting somebody and it gives me bonus dice.
Gives you a bonus blue dice.
Okay, that's good to know.
Nice.
That's why if you get accuracy 1 on a weapon, that's an extra blue dice that stacks with it.
Yes.
Waiting to roll. Ooh. So you see Death Growl's like, he just growls a little bit, and he's sitting there, looks at me, and you see like this grin, and literally he sits there and is like, he says like, some weird language. It's like, you're gone. And you hear this giant buckshot, basically a huge boom, comes out of his that one, and you see this like literally a spear of light come out of his bowcaster, and this huge like hole, like that side of a hole through him. And the guy's kind of looking at himself for a second. His 2 buddies kind of like, okay. The dude drops, and they come attack you.
Nice shooting, Death Roll.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do this, and this. What is your brawl skill?
Brawl. Brawl is 2 yellow and a green.
Okay.
And I have 2 melee defense.
Okay, cool. The reason why is the way I do it is when somebody's fighting against somebody, their basic skill, like you get 2 purple from anybody that's not skilled really with brawn or stuff. But what I do when somebody's fight hand to hand, they basically do opposing skills. It could be like melee versus brawn, brawn versus brawn, melee versus melee, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna roll this one. This is gonna be the same. These are the same guys. They're basically minions. They're kind of grouped together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
So you see the guys come to attack and they
That's what
stop,
we like to
right?
see.
Yeah, so the guys stop and they basically look. They just see like their buddy, one of the guys, kind of like you hear like a muffled little communication between each other, and they see like they see like the menacing glare of the fucking Wookiee, and they're like,
Nope.
yeah, they just say this no. You see
Nope.
they tap their belts and they shimmer, and you hear footsteps run away.
They just nope the fuck out of there. Yeah.
Just nope.
Nice death roll. That is quality shit.
So yeah, so Zoo gets cut out by his little droid, and he basically falls down, and you hear like you can hear the roar from death roll from inside because where it's come from, but it sends more louder to you than outside for some strange reason. And Zoo, do you want to try to get out and see what's going on, or
This ship's upside down at the minute, isn't it?
yeah?
It's not going anywhere.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go and try and make myself useful.
So I would say that you can easily get out where the big hole is, and you literally, as you're sticking your head out, you see, you've seen the whole thing where he basically, the roar, then you see a huge shot going through one of the guys as your head's sticking out. You see a dude drop with a huge hole basically going through him, and two of his buddies come to attack, and as they're getting through, you start feeling they start slowing down. Stop in front
Clearly
of them.
saw me,
Yeah.
realised that,
Mm-hmm.
I'd turned up to help, couldn't face it, ran away. I mean, that is
Yeah.
very, very clearly the narrative here.
The mighty
Yeah.
Zoo.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the Wookiee.
Nothing
yeah,
to
they're
do with
trying-
that Wookiee
they're
at
run.
all.
They kind of like they're looking in your direction, but looking at the Wookiee, and you see them. They kind of sit back and shimmers up.
I'll
But
just
you-
say to the Wookiee, like, glad I could help there, mate.
Okay.
Let's go and deal with the rest of them. I'm pumped now.
You need to do
Let's,
something epic because the rest of us have.
Yeah. Well,
So
I've just made two people run away. So
Yeah.
let's go and
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah,
the
there
rest
you
of
go.
these clowns.
So
I'm
you
like-
see, as you guys are basically you're sitting there, kind of like you're talking to Death Roll. You start seeing like there's like in front of the transport it opens up, and you see 10 more snowtroopers come out and start shooting the direction where the Wookiee and now Zoo's probably sticking his head out, and you start to see blaster fire start shooting you guys. Now's the moment. Do you guys want to get high behind your ship
Yeah,
as
Death
cover or
Roll.
what?
Where are they compared to me though? What kind of view of them have I got? Because if that's 10 of them
they're-
coming out together,
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not in your where you're at. You're in the middle of the transport. You're not in their range right now, but you have blaster fire coming at you, so you're kind of pinned down where you're at right now.
yeah, okay.
And I'm
What
gonna
sort
do
of
right.
state's the E-web in? Is that like underneath the ship, or can we get to it?
Underneath the ship. Well, unfortunately for you, Oliver, your gun. You start as you're looking at this. You're trying to cock it in, trying to switch to something. You hear something snap, and something pops out of your gun, and it's no longer accessible right now.
Was that your dark side point?
Mm-hmm.
You dick. Ah! Oh, okay. That'll be, flip that over my shoulder and whip out something else.
Okay, like so, and you basically want to start shooting and stuff like that. Roll to attack. Like if you want to pull out one of your blaster rifle.
I mean, do I have anyone in medium or short range?
Oh yeah, you got stuff in people short, medium range. You can shoot.
So, and do I have groups?
You probably can shoot too. It's like they're more a minion group, so it's like
Remind
you
me,
shoot.
the shotgun blaster is ranged heavy or ranged light?
It's range heavy because it's a rifle.
I could have a quick look.
Mhm.
Blaster shotgun ranged heavy, yeah. Okay.
No, it's still heavy and it's range medium.
Right, so what am I adding?
So it'd be two
Oh, wait.
purple and a black.
Wait, that's not how you do it. You do it from here, don't you?
Yeah.
Blaster shotgun.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what was it? Sorry, 2 purple and a black.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. So with the damage you do, you sit in there, you pull out your shotgun, and you cock it, and you hear like it's kind of like a electrified boom of a shotgun, You see little blaster pellets come out, and you see about 2 of them kind of like come in and fire it, and just like all bolted up, the little holes, and 2 of them fall on the ground,
Nice.
and they're hiding out and they're still shooting. Now we switch over to Crick, and Crick, you're sitting there, you're pushed to the other side. The guy basically has his lightsaber out, and you see he just kind of moves to the side a little bit and kind of giving like more of a defensive stance. What do you want to do?
So with his defensive stance,
Stance. Yeah, stance.
I put my lightsaber in front and press it to deactivate and try to negotiate. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you siding with the Empire?
Now that one is going to be a diplomacy, I believe, or persuasion, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a persuasion.
Interesting tactic, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Well, let's see.
Right.
That's me.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it is. Yeah,
Can I-
so
can
it
I
is.
make
charm.
these noises when my feet were trying to jump. You know.
So
Right,
I would
no,
do.
no.
I would do say roll a charm check, and it would be 3 purple and a black. But if you want to, if you're not skilled in, you can use a light side point to give yourself a green to a yellow.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Use the light side.
Okay. All right, so you succeed, and you kind of hear like like a sort of a like distorted voice, and you kind of see like this person basically takes off the front of their mask, kind of pops open, and their hood, and he throw their hood back, and you see long, like almost like copper hair falls over, and you see it's a beautiful woman, and as you're looking closer to her face, you feel almost like a recognition. And you can feel like there's like a fourth vision that comes through. And you're kind of looking at this. This is your sister that you have lost a long time ago.
That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm. And you see her, she looks at you in the recognition, and you see her, she basically slams her hand to the ground, and this big, like, torrent of wind and stuff basically obscures your vision. She's gone.
Oh.
That's where the light's at, and you see like the dome of air is gone, and you don't see any footprints or anything where she was.
Okay. So, with that ending there, can I now convene with my comrades? Do I have an advantage now that I'm not engaged in combat, or?
Oh no, so yeah, you guys can easily wipe out what was left with those guys. You know, they're shooting out, and you literally got a raging Wookiee. You got you with your.
I've got them
fucking
pinned
lightsaber.
down. I've taken down 11 snowtroopers already. I can easily finish these guys off.
No, I would say with what you guys are encountering is, you guys basically wipe them out, and what's left is that I'm gonna put another thing in there, and you see as you guys are finishing the last guy off, he has something glowing in his hands, and you see it's a explosive device. He clicks it, and you can feel there's like a rumbling coming from the metal transport.
Run.
Quickly, can I? This is
Can you,
a
like,
reach because I haven't put anything into it yet. But let me just. I wanted to use Protect Unleash. I'm not sure if it works. The Force user guides the flow of energy, protecting himself or others from unleashing blasts of power upon foes.
So what I would do with you can use one of your lightsaber points, and literally, because how you guys are not in thing, you see, puts his hands out and glows. If you want to use one of the lightsaber points, and the glow of the Force basically nullifies the fire, so you can feel the heat, but it's not affecting you. If you want to do that,
Yeah, 100%. That's what
so
I'm
you see the explosion and the thing, the big fireball, and the flame debris coming at you. You see Crick's like, no time. You guys are sitting there kind of running. He sticks his hands out, and the things the force glows around him, and the thing fires shimmers around him, and you see there's a large piece kind of just skids over you guys and lands probably right behind your transport, and everything simmers down, and you see him he's just straining his body, goes to one knee, and you see him hit the extension of the release of the summon's force. He's breathing hard, he's sweating. So, gentlemen, and you basically hear, like, a little comm channel beeps on from you guys. Do you answer the call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, so it's like, the comm channel pops up, and it's the teacher, and it's like, well, I sense that you have accomplished, and he looks at Crick, and I believe you have discovered something new. And we'll end it there.
Nice.
Now I want to thank you, everybody who is here. As I said, you guys get 15 experience.
Hey.
Use what you want.
Is that 15 plus another 15, is it?
No, it's just a
No,
15.
okay.
15. But, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to those who are watching
Oh,
it.
that's
Thank
cool.
you.
That was
Yeah,
really
we're
cool,
going.
really cool.
And I hope Crick enjoyed his little bout from the first taste of Force Fight.
I enjoyed it. It was awesome. Everybody
yeah,
was awesome.
Yeah, but that one was a low tier of what he might have experienced.
Taste of what's yet to come. That was a fun one. Thanks, guys.
And during this game and the next game, do we get a long rest?
All right, that's a different system.
All right.
No. No,
I know we're
but
making it up as we go along, but not quite that far.
No, but no, it's a, yes.
GG, guys. That was a lot of
Can
fun.
we get a tow truck for our ship again?
Oh, I mean, you can have the wiki flip it over. It's still usable, but it's a giant hole in the fucking bottom. But that's about it.
We still have the plate, so we could just weld it back into place.
I was gonna say I've got tools. I'll just
Yeah. So you basically do a rough kind of welding. They will fix it when you get back. There's enough where he can weld the whole shit, but it doesn't look pretty. But it's enough to fix it. And you do notice the gun on top is kind of messed up, so it's not workable right until it gets fixed.
I am a living gun. It's alright.
Well, I guess that's the end for tonight. Thank you for watching, and
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining.
Thanks, everybody.
Awesome
That was a great
sauce.
one.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Crick, like Chris, as I said, I knew you liked more combat, and so I thought like the little start right there, because trust me, with some of the other fights that be coming on, I'm even scared myself. I mean, just yeah.
That was really fun, actually. That
Yeah.
fight scene was really cool. Really cool. It was multi-tiered. We all had a different part in it. And his Jedi lightsaber battle was actually sick. It was movie. I swear, it really was movie good. Like, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but the realization that it's his sister. that's a
Yeah,
little weird.
totally Star Wars. Star Wars as fuck.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, yes, now it's Star Wars. It's his sister and she's a babe. Well, thanks for that. Another great game, gents.